The stadium buzzed with NFL excitement, a sea of fans eagerly anticipating the game. The air was electric with anticipation, the kind that only a major sporting event can generate. But then, a shift in the atmosphere occurred, a shift that was palpable and undeniable. The moment Donald Trump entered the stadium, the focus of thousands shifted from the field to the VIP box. Instead of applause, a thunderous wave of boos swept through the stands, a sound that was both surprising and expected. It was as if the collective voice of the crowd had found a singular expression of disapproval, a unified chorus that resonated throughout the venue. The reaction was immediate and overwhelming, echoing across the venue like a rolling thunderstorm. It was a visceral response, one that seemed to ripple through the crowd, gaining momentum with each passing second. In that moment, football took a back seat to politics. The game, once the center of attention, became secondary to the unfolding drama. Fans who had come to cheer for touchdowns found themselves caught up in a different kind of spectacle. The crowd's response was a raw public verdict, impossible to ignore. It was a moment of collective expression, a spontaneous outpouring of sentiment that left no room for ambiguity. Even in a space meant for unity, deep political divides surfaced. The stadium, a place where fans typically unite in support of their team, became a microcosm of the nation's broader political landscape. Conversations turned into debates, and camaraderie gave way to contention. Trump's presence turned a game into a national spectacle. The cameras, initially focused on the field, shifted to capture the unfolding drama in the stands. The event transcended sports, becoming a moment of national significance. The booing became the defining moment, caught on countless cell phones. Fans, eager to capture the moment, held their phones aloft, recording the scene for posterity. It was a moment that would be replayed and analyzed, a snapshot of public sentiment. It was a stark reminder. Public figures, especially polarizing ones, carry their reputations everywhere. Their presence can shift the mood of an entire venue, turning a routine appearance into a charged event. Every appearance is a gamble, adoration or rejection. For public figures, stepping into the public eye is fraught with uncertainty. The response can be as unpredictable as it is revealing. This spontaneous referendum on his popularity quickly became news. Journalists, both inside and outside the stadium, scrambled to capture the story, turning the event into a headline that would dominate the news cycle. The stadium, for a few minutes, became America's loudest forum for public opinion. It was a moment when the voices of many came together to create a powerful statement, a reminder of the complex and often contentious nature of public discourse. In the digital age, every public moment is a potential viral sensation. The line between private experience and global spectacle has blurred, especially in places where emotions run high and crowds gather. Stadiums, once echoing only with cheers and chants, now buzz with the hum of smartphones, ready to capture every second. As the boos erupted, thousands of phones shot up, recording the moment from every angle. Within seconds, the energy in the stadium was mirrored online, as social media platforms lit up with live reactions, memes, and instant commentary. Clips of the incident spread instantly across X, Instagram, and TikTok. Friends tagged each other, influencers weighed in, and the footage was replayed millions of times, dissected frame by fans and critics alike. Hashtags trended within minutes, drawing in millions of users from around the world. Online forums and group chats buzzed with debate, as people tried to make sense of what had just happened and what it meant for the sport, the players, and the culture at large. Supporters called the booing disrespectful, arguing it crossed a line and undermined the spirit of the game. Critics, on the other hand, saw it as a rare moment of public accountability, a way for fans to voice their discontent directly and collectively. The internet became a battleground, amplifying the stadium's message and multiplying its impact. Arguments flared, alliances formed, and the original moment took on new meanings as it was reinterpreted and remixed by countless voices. News outlets quickly picked up the story, embedding viral videos in their coverage and inviting experts to analyze the fallout. The incident was replayed on television, discussed on podcasts, and written about in op-eds, turning a fleeting crowd reaction into a national talking point. The incident became a symbol of public scrutiny in the digital era, a reminder that every action in the spotlight is subject to instant and intense examination. Fans in the stadium felt the weight of their collective voice, knowing it could echo far beyond the field. Every crowd reaction is now a headline, every appearance a potential flashpoint for controversy or celebration. The boundaries between sports, politics, and culture continue to blur, with each viral moment shaping the narrative in real time. The NFL booing became a shareable, powerful snapshot of modern American politics, capturing the tension and passion of the moment in a single, unforgettable image. It was posted, reposted, and debated endlessly, becoming part of the cultural lexicon. In just minutes, what started as a local reaction inside a stadium became a global conversation, connecting people across continents and sparking discussions that would last long after the final whistle. In today's world, a single moment can truly change everything. This wasn't Trump's first hostile crowd. At the 2019 World Series, boos and chants of "lock him up" drowned out any cheers. At a UFC fight in New York, the reaction was mixed but unmistakably divided. No matter the sport, Trump's presence always provokes strong emotions. He becomes part of the spectacle, not just a spectator. These moments are real-time public polling, cheers or boos, never indifference. The pattern is clear. His political brand overshadows every event. Sporting events become stages for public sentiment. For Trump, every appearance is a roll of the dice. Before Trump arrived, the stadium was united in football fever. The air buzzed with anticipation as fans from all walks of life gathered for the love of the game. For a brief moment, rivalries were friendly, and the only thing that mattered was the action about to unfold on the field. The stadium pulsed with energy, a sea of colors and cheers, as people came together to celebrate their teams and the spirit of competition. But everything changed the moment the former president made his entrance. His arrival shattered that unity, shifting the focus from the field to politics in an instant. Heads turned, conversations paused, and the collective attention of thousands was suddenly drawn away from the game. The presence of such a polarizing figure was impossible to ignore, and the atmosphere in the stadium shifted palpably. The eruption of boos that followed was immediate and unmistakable. It was a powerful reminder of how quickly sports, often seen as a neutral ground, can become entangled with the political climate. The cheers and jeers mingled, echoing through the stands, as fans expressed their feelings without hesitation. For many in attendance, his presence felt like an intrusion into their cherished escape. The stadium, usually a place to forget the outside world, suddenly became a stage for national tensions. Some fans looked uneasy, their enjoyment of the game disrupted by the unexpected turn of events. The crowd's reaction was spontaneous, a gut-level response to a polarizing figure. It wasn't planned or orchestrated, it was raw emotion, bubbling up from deep-seated beliefs and frustrations. In that moment, the stadium became a reflection of the country's broader divisions. The stadium became a microcosm of America's divisions, with clear lines drawn between those who supported and those who opposed. The stands, once united in team spirit, now mirrored the fractured state of the nation, with fans holding opposing signs and wearing shirts that made their allegiances clear. Booing wasn't just noise. It was a message, an unmistakable signal that politics can't be left at the gate, no matter how much we might wish otherwise. The stadium echoed with strong opinions, as fans made their voices heard in a way that transcended the game itself. Some cheered, some stayed silent, and others simply watched in disbelief. The division was clear, cutting through the crowd like a visible line. Even in a place meant for unity and celebration, the differences between people stood out starkly. Even in shared spaces like this, political lines run deep. The sight of political symbols and apparel among the crowd served as a reminder that our identities and beliefs follow us everywhere, shaping our experiences in ways both subtle and profound. All it took was one figure to bring those divisions to the surface, exposing the underlying tensions that exist just beneath the surface of our most cherished traditions. In that moment, the stadium was no longer just a venue for football. It became a stage for the ongoing story of a nation divided. Trump's polarizing presence isn't limited to football. At the US Open, his arrival drew a mix of boos and cheers, even from typically reserved tennis crowds. At the FIFA Club World Cup, he was booed by an international audience. These moments show his reputation precedes him. Worldwide, no sport is immune. Every appearance becomes an event within the event. The crowd's reaction is always part of the story. From New York to global stadiums, boos reinforce his divisive image. Sports fans use these moments for public protest. Stadiums have become modern public squares for collective expression. The message is clear. In the public eye, the crowd will be heard. Trump's history with sporting crowds is long and dramatic. At NASCAR and college football in the South, he's cheered. In major cities, he's often booed. Each appearance is a barometer of America's polarization. His supporters see him as a champion, his critics a lightning rod. Every event is a calculated risk, cheers or controversy. The NFL booing is just the latest chapter in this ongoing saga. With Trump, the real action is often in the stands. Sporting events are meant to unite, but politics now takes center stage. Trump's appearances often spark instant debate and protest. The Commanders game crowd seized the moment, turning boos into a public statement. The line between entertainment and politics is gone. Booing becomes protest. The stadium, a platform for civic expression. Trump amplifies this effect, forcing people to pick sides. Media coverage ensures these moments become national conversations. For politicians, every game is now a high-stakes public test. The booing lasted minutes, but the media echo lasted days. Viral clips looped on news and social feeds, each side seeing what they wanted. Critics saw proof of unpopularity. Supporters saw media bias. The same event fueled two realities, deepening divisions. Media turns crowd reactions into symbols, amplifying their impact. The nuance, cheers, boos, indifference, gets lost in the noise. The story grows, feeding polarization. A football game's moment becomes political ammunition, endlessly replayed. Trump's booing is a snapshot of America's tangled web of sports, politics, and media. News outlets use viral moments to discuss digital privacy, embedding data rights info in trending stories. It's a strange blend, political drama and privacy tips side by side. Media leverages high-traffic stories to inform and empower readers. These incidents show how blurred the lines are between entertainment, politics, and personal life. A football game becomes a political rally, a news story, a privacy lesson. The booing is more than a viral moment. It's a reflection of a society grappling with division, media power, and digital rights.